Ms. There you go, Ms. Wetstein. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Freund. Oh, what a fascinating name. Yeah, hello, good morning. Well, first I want to say you don't have to stress. Good morning, Prosecutor Chen. It looks as, are you have Mandarin family, maybe? Good morning, sir. We spoke yesterday, or this morning? Yeah, it's complicated because my mother was Grace Kelly. She was murdered when I was born.
See, kids, a lesson there. And take your vitamins. Those are two important things. Take your vitamins and follow the rules. And don't use drugs. That's just bad news all the way around.
And before we get into today's cases, I just want to take a second to let you know that as a teacher and content creator, I've always been cautious about my online presence. I've avoided social media to protect my privacy for years, but recently I discovered that my personal information was still out there for the whole world to see. After searching my name and email, I found myself on all these sites I didn't even know existed. I felt violated and exposed. These sites are run by data brokers who collect and sell our personal information to anyone willing to pay for it. As someone with a growing platform, this realization was particularly unsettling. The thought that anyone who wants to harm me could easily access my information left me feeling hopeless and vulnerable. Even if you aren't in the public eye, scammers and spammers can use this information to target you. That's why I'm so glad I can spread the word about Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura is a company that makes it their mission to help prevent our information from being exposed online. They offer a comprehensive solution that includes automatically opting me out of these data broker sites. This saves so much time. They also check to see if any of my information has been part of a data breach or exposed on the dark web. I also get identity theft protection, a VPN, antivirus, and parental control. With Aura, I can take control of my personal information and have peace of mind knowing that I'm protected from online threats. I value my privacy, and I value yours too. If you're concerned about your personal information being out there for anyone to see, I highly recommend giving Aura a try. You can go to aura.com/courtwatch to start your own 2-week trial. The link is also in the description below. Don't wait until it's too late. Take control of your online privacy today with Aura. Without further ado, let's roll, nerds. And boy, the defendant in today's case sure could have used that time-served 2-week trial from Aura.com, because during his revocation hearing, he is pleading that there are FBI microchips in his kneecaps and everybody is monitoring his every move. Yes, his knees. We have heard a lot here on Time Served, but not everything. Please understand that he may be incompetent, but Judge Stevens is not convinced. We hear from various witnesses and the defendant himself with all different accounts of the incidents that led to this hearing. There is video footage that we do not see, but we hear about it throughout the case. So you be the judge and let us know what you think about today's case by leaving a comment. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, set your notifications to all, and never sign anything from the FBI before surgery. Let's roll, nerds.
I am your
Okay, you have
Yes,
one
sir. We've
witness.
got witnesses. We're ready.
You raise your right hand, sir. And your attorney, Mr. West, is here. Are you Brandon Jamal
Yes, sir.
Bonton? Here in two cases, 23 CR 947, there's a motion to revoke probation, and there's 23 CR 1811, a new case. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that any statements you make during this hearing will be the truth, the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, lower your hand, sir. There's a motion to revoke probation here. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this? Can we proceed in summary?
We can, Your
All right, in summary, this motion to revoke probation states that on September 11th last year, you were sentenced to 5 years in prison in this court, probated for 10 years for assault on a peace officer, a second-degree felony. Is that true?
Yes, that's true.
Number one violation states you committed the offense of criminal trespass on or about September 16th in Jefferson County, Texas. Is that true or untrue?
Nah, that's
That's
I'm say true. This is a trespass, and I've been here 11 months. I take that. I'm true.
Okay, let me explain. Okay.
Nah, I ain't violating. I wasn't even trespassing. I got FBI microchips in my left hand. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no
So,
right side.
Hold on.
is it true or not true that you were trespassing?
It's not true.
Okay, that's all you got.
That's all you got to say.
They catch me on the stove.
That's what I said. I'm putting untrue here, on your behalf. Number two, it says you committed the offense of public intoxication on or about September 23rd, 2023 in Jefferson County, Texas. Is that true or untrue?
It's untrue.
3, on September 27th, that would be 4 days later, in Jefferson County, Texas, this states you committed the offense of evading arrest with a previous conviction of evading arrest. Is that true or untrue?
That's when they caught. That's when they put up at the court.
Is that true or
I
untrue?
said, can I explain myself?
No, just first of all, is it true or untrue? If
That's
it's-
untrue.
Okay, that's all we need. It's up to them to prove it.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to prove your innocence. 4, you failed to report to the Jefferson County Probation Office for the months of September 23. Is that true or untrue?
That's true.
Why?
Because I got FBI microchips in my left leg on the left side of my left knee, and one on the side of my right. I ain't a hoe. I had surgery at St. Mary's after that shooting with Ernest Charles. Marshall Norman was my lawyer.
Wait. Why did that prevent you from going to check in with?
Actually,
Hold on, let me finish. Why did that prevent you from going to the probation office to check in?
And nothing prevented me. I just didn't go because they didn't have me on. I never assaulted a judge or a police officer at the hospital. They gave me a shot in my arm, an injection.
Okay.
I was just coming in. I was asking for a reinstatement today. I can't go to prison, and I've been working with prime tips. I ain't looking for no protection. I ain't putting on no FBI uniform. I'm going back to the streets. I know my rights. I got the freedom of speech, and I can represent myself. That's the case. But when they tell me to calm down, John Stevenson, they take advantage of it.
Some people
They want
do
to bring
that.
me in when my breath is taken. You know what I'm saying?
Some
When I can't
people,
breathe.
In Your Honor, we're abandoning allegation number 2, but the others are all ready.
I apologize if I interrupted anybody. My name is Brandon Bar.
over here, sir, over here. This is where the action is, right up
We got
here.
it 5 now.
Brandon. Okay. Here's the document that's got your signature on it when we put you on probation the first time, right there. See it?
Yes, sir.
I have received a copy of this order. I agree to follow all conditions imposed upon me. And I know that this community supervision can be revoked for any violation. Signed, there you are, Brandon Bonta. Now, let's get to
Yes, sir.
report as directed. Number 4, report as directed by your community supervision officer, your probation officer, and obey all rules and regulations of the probation office. All right. One of the requirements is you report regularly, monthly, to the probation office. Why didn't you do that? You didn't want to?
Man, I wanted to, man, but look, I was at the time. Can I explain myself? Do I have enough time to?
Go ahead.
Around that time, I was using drugs, man, since 2011, since that shooting, since the aggravated assault was capital murder charge, really, but he survived. So I got trouble with the aggravated robbery. Ever since then, they gave me hydrocodone after the surgery. So it trapped me and it sucked me into a lifestyle, into the belly of the beast. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to admit everything I did when I got locked up this last time in April 17, 2023. I admitted everything since pre-K that I seen, heard, and did.
Where were you
as far as illegal activities and everything.
All right, hold on. Where were you getting the drugs while you were on this court's supervision?
I was getting it from the streets, man. The pot. BJ 7 on the 7th Street store.
Order Condition number 10 of the probation order that you signed. Number 10, do not use or possess any drug. Uh-oh. So you're admitting you did that too?
I did the drugs, George, dude. I didn't get tested though. I didn't fail no you wait. I'm being honest. But I'm done with drugs. That's why I had to meet. I got FBI microchips in my left knee. They can't be removed. I had surgery, 35 staples.
Okay.
My daddy bound to my no, I did 36.
Everybody have a seat. Let's go ahead, state. You can call your first witness. Go ahead. You know, have a hearing here.
They would call Aaron Taylor.
No, we can testify on all the information I
Sir, if you keep making outbursts, if you keep making outbursts, we will put you in the back and you will listen.
Yes, sir.
Don't do that. That's rude. Come on up. Thank you. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Please have a seat. Thank you.
Please state your name for the record.
Aaron Taylor,
And Mr. Taylor, where do you currently work at?
Courtroom Police Department,
And how long you been employed there?
7 years.
Okay, and were you working there on September 27th, 2023?
I was, Miss.
And were you dispatched to the Sunshine Grocery Store there at 640 Stadium?
Yes.
And what was that in reference to?
It was a disturbance involving a shirtless male black outside the school.
Okay. So when you arrived there on scene, what did you observe?
I saw the shirtless male black walking across the street to the car wash, and I went to detain him.
Okay. And you see him in the courtroom here today?
Yes, sir, I do. He's in the red jumpsuit.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd ask that the record reflect that the witness identified the defendant.
Yes, it will.
Okay, and you saw that individual and you attempted to detain him, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you've been called out there. Was that in regards to a criminal trespass?
Yes, sir. The complaint stated that he had been previously trespassed and that he was causing disturbance at that time as well.
Okay. Were you able to look up and confirm that he in fact was criminally trespassed from that premises?
Yes, sir. Our dispatch confirmed this.
Okay. Now, you got there on scene. You saw the defendant. What happened at that point?
I just briefly spoke with the defendant, and then I learned that he had an outstanding arrest warrant for criminal trespass.
And so at that point, what did you attempt?
I went to attempted placement handcuffs to arrest him for the warrant.
Okay. And did he comply with that?
No, sir, did not.
What happened when you attempted to place him in handcuffs?
He pulled away. There was a brief struggle. I attempted to get him back under control. He broke free my grip and he ran north towards 7th Street.
And was he in fact able to kind of get away from you at that point?
Yes, sir, he was. I attempted to deploy a taser. That was unsuccessful. And as I was chasing him, he kept yelling, I wasn't going to take him to jail.
And did you keep searching for him?
Yes, sir. We searched about 30 to 40 minutes, if I recall.
And were you able to locate him?
Yes, sir. Eventually we located him in 700 block of Stadium Road.
And were you able to identify that individual?
Yes.
And what was his name?
Brandon Bonham.
Okay. Showing you was marked the State's Exhibit 1. Do you recognize this?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
It's body camera video of patrol car video.
And that's from your body cam?
Yes.
And was that made on a device capable of accurately recording the events on that day?
Yes,
How
sir.
much time?
And were the events and the voices on that accurately copied?
Yes.
Your Honor, off the State's Exhibit 1, and if no objection from the defense, I ask the phone to report.
No objection, Your Honor.
It's admitted. Let me just get something straight here based upon this motion. I see number 3 states the defendant committed the offense of evading arrest or detention on or about September 27th, 2023.
Yes, sir.
Is this what we're talking about?
Yes, sir.
That day? Okay. There's number one states he committed the offense of criminal trespass on or about September 16th of 2023.
Yes, sir. That's a separate incident.
That's 11 days before.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're not, when the witness is talking about a criminal trespass, what day are we talking about? The 27th?
Yes, sir.
September? Okay. So he
previously
really
had
talking
one.
about
Yes, sir.
more than one criminal trespass in here in this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it's inferred, number three, in the process of criminal trespassing, then when the officer intends to arrest the defendant, it's alleged he evaded arrest.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, and that's what we're gonna see.
Yes, sir.
And is that the defendant running there across the road?
Are you moving State's Exhibit 1 into evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
They later advised me that he was.
So you're able to confirm that he was in fact trespassed from that property?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the question he was instructed to report when he got out, but I thought you testified immediately upon being released.
Yes,
sir.
We're supposed to report on being released.
Okay.
Pass the witness.
Anything to say?
And Mr. Heel, when an individual is placed on probation, are they given a copy from the Jefferson County Supervision and Correction Department notifying them that they need to immediately report and the address where they're to report to, as well as a phone number to complete their intake process? And they're given a copy of that before they leave the courtroom when they're placed on probation?
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I have no patience for useless things.
Anything else from this witness, John?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Next witness,
State arrest, Your Honor.
defense.
Y'all testify.
Call it fine, Your Honor.
Come on now.
Okay.
Oh no. Here we go again. Here we go again.
I believe the defendant has already been placed under oath.
Yes, sir.
So your witness,
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, Brandon, let's go back to this. You placed on probation on September, I believe, 11th of 23. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you got out on Friday, 9/15/23, correct? A few days later?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But then we have our first alleged incident we have here. They're alleging you trespassed on the 16th. That would have been a Saturday. Do you remember what happened on that date?
And I was at the store. I wasn't trespassing because I'm a trespassing store. When Bob, he worked at 7th Street in Sunrise, he said, Haron at the store across the street. My name ran into my point to him. I'm from 486 Davis Street, Trey Deuce. So I wasn't trespassing. So I mean, this illegal activities going on. So I go out the store, I leave out the store, the laws pulled up. I'm at the co-watch, so he brought my name and said no trespass. And I heard that ain't the first time Lawson did that. So this time he grabbed my arm, so I took off running from him. I got away from him.
Okay, hold on a second.
For a minute,
Is that the one that we saw in video a moment ago, or is that the first trespass? I'm talking about the one on the 16th. 2 days
I
after.
remember that, man.
Okay.
So much be going on with my mind. My mind operated straight FBI. You feel me? The biggest gangsters in America.
P.O.P. all the time. Right, these all good pimp spoil, baby, for life.
That's who I fuck with. Freedom of speech.
Okay. So you went to jail on the 16th, and then you got out on Tuesday the 19th. Why didn't you report on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday? You had that 1 week that you were out.
Man, I should have reported, like I said, I should have reported. At the end of the day, man, I'm an FBI agent, man, undercover joint, proven forensics. They can't find him on no X-ray, none of that. I got the right to lawsuit right now. As long as these cameras, bro, this audio, man, this ain't no paranoid, schizophrenic, auditory, Michael. I'm not no crackhead, man. I'm a black man. I love white. My little girl ready to break Logan Fonton. I really can't. But I'm gonna say like this: I got the freedom to speak. They told me to testify, but when the gangster, when I speak up, when they tell me to calm down, they take advantage. They get scared of me.
Right.
I possess a certain power that I don't even speak on.
Okay.
Because I lose my power. I never trade my prayer for swine. That's what they tell me to do in the Bible, man. I know who a vice lord is, Jesus Christ. It's bigger than that, though, man. He the one taught us how to be a child molester, homie. I feel sorry for the girl 15 years old that's pregnant for a nigga that's 32 years old, homie. We all been through it. You me and I'm you.
Boy, is this great!
Even though we the same, we different colors, man. I'm you too. I'm you. I'm her. I done been a female in my different life, man. Life goes on, brother.
Okay.
But Jeremy Douglas,
Okay.
he shot that 45, split the West Dick
Here's what we're
back
gonna
in
do.
2010.
That's enough. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna suspend this hearing. I'm going to ask Dr. Ed Rapon.
I don't need no doctor, man. I'm not taking no video.
You can get him out of here right now.
I don't want my lawyers to do myself. March north. Straight up. And fuck y'all, nigga. Straight up. Fuck this courtroom. Nigga. Do what the fuck you want to do.
All right. All right. I will ask Ed Rapon, Dr. Ed Rapon, to analyze the defendant.
Wow.
For the record, of course, it's obvious the defendant is raving on in a hysterical fashion. It is gibberish, it is vulgarity, and it is, of course, it may or may not be part of mental illness that makes him incompetent. He could be mentally ill and competent. He also could be faking it all, like we have seen others do in this court in an attempt to avoid responsibility for wrongdoing. The court, though, has findings that it will make based upon the evidence. Is there any other evidence that anybody wishes to present, state, or
That was it.
the court finds certainly by a preponderance of the evidence or greater, the evidence that shows that the defendant committed the offense of criminal trespass on or about September 16th, 2023. Also, the offense of evading arrest, whether or not with previous conviction, on or about September 27th, 2023 in Jefferson County, Texas. And even he admits that he failed to report to the Jefferson County Probation Office as required. This says for the months of September, but he did not report at all in September when he obviously admitted he had the opportunity to do so. So those are preliminary findings and conclusions that the court is going to make. And the court does not have any other evidence in this record, in this case, that shows any type of mental illness by this defendant. There's nothing showing apparently that he has in the past raved incoherently like he did, but he certainly, it's obvious when he does not get his way, he exhibits a temper tantrum like a child, like an undisciplined child. And we'll see if that has anything to do with competency or sanity. And we'll ask Dr. Edgar Pond to evaluate the defendant, and we'll hold this in suspense and hold it and continue hearing at a later time upon receipt of the doctor's findings. Okay, that's on Brandon Bonton. We needed that since he's got a new case anyway to determine competency on that new case
I
as
think
well.
that one's filed as a misdemeanor. That was a misspelling.
All right.
Because of the prior.
Let's go, Dave, let's get into your case and see if
FBI.